Welcome to the weekly challenge ending October 9th, 2025. We're going to start with the worst of the best. No, actually, the hardest one is usually this one. So it's the fifth race, World Touring 800 at Autopolis International Racing Course. And for this race, I'm using the Porsche 917 Living Legend. And here are all the settings. Make sure you take a look at them. You can stop the video or copy it from your screens. But here are the settings that I used for this race, for this car, and worked out well. And quite honestly, I did try, I believe, my Ferrari on this race, and it didn't do very well at the start. And it seemed that I just didn't have the right power settings. But this one, this Porsche 917 Living Legend, took me a little bit just to get used to it. You know, first couple of curves, you kind of get used to how fast it goes, how it pushes out of the curves, how it gets into the turns. So I was very happy with the start of this race, and I knew that this one would do well because I kept up with these cars right away, as you can see here. And just be a little bit patient. This is a 10-lap race. So with this race, I was able to make sure and keep up with these cars and pass a few in the beginning. You know, first lap, you don't want to get too crazy, but you still want to make up because you don't want the lead cars to get too far ahead. So as you can see here, the turns and curves aren't a major problem for this Porsche. Really handles well. Speed is good. And I'm keeping up with all the cars. And as you can see a little bit later, so this is the first lap. I did well. Second lap, I start checking to see how my fuel settings go. Boom! A little bump at the end. He lost control, not me. So I'm checking the fuel settings just to make sure I can finish this race with 10 laps. So I can, and that was good. So the next issue I was looking for, kept my eyes open for, are my tires. And those worked out well. I was able to keep the same tires, never had to stop, and finish first. Where's my trophy? So anyway, here's how I did. And I'm always looking for my trophy. Yeah, there it is. 160,000 credits. So use the Porsche 917 Living Legend. Next race is a Vision Gran Turismo Trophy at Nürburgring GP. And for this race, I used the Skoda VGT with medium racing tires. Take a look at the settings. Copy them, whatever you need for this. But yeah, this car had a lot of power, and it seems to do very well. Now, the one thing is, I really don't enjoy driving these cars where you just can't feel the gas and there is no downshifting or anything, so it takes a little bit to get used to, and there I am going all crazy on the first curve. So anyway, that just took the first like couple of turns and so just to kind of really get my bearings with this car and to realize that I really have to pull off the accelerator and put on brakes to just stay on the track. And once I figured that out, in this 5-lap race, I was able to catch up to a lot of these cars in the beginning, get a good lead, and then just kind of cruise. So here I am getting close to these cars, passing them up. This car's got a lot of good power in it, a lot of good push through it. So here it is. Win the race, first place with the Skoda VGT. And there's everybody else. Where's my trophy? 100,000 credits. Yeah. All right, so we're ready for the next race. It's the Hyundai Elantra N at Watkins Glen Short Course. So, my Elantra N, when I got it, I ended up fixing it up and giving it a paint job, putting some decals on it. So take a look at it. Take a look at the settings because I tried a couple of settings. It didn't work because the car was very loose. So I kind of lowered it down, and the settings that showed you previously, those worked well for this race. So you'll see how I do. Again, this car's all souped up. I ended up using everything I could to make this car fast, and it goes very fast. So good luck to all the other Elantras as I get my bearings straight with this race. Again, first couple of turns you kind of get used to the cars if you're using different cars. And once I did, it was good night to everybody. So here I go. This is the first lap, and I'm already not having any difficulties at all. So finish this race. No boring details, but use those settings and finish the race first. I like the way my car looks. I kind of use the same colors for all the cars that I'm getting nowadays. Where's my trophy? 82,000 credits. Not bad. Next race is the Historic Sports Car Masters at Grand Valley Highway. Okay, this is the only time I'm going to show you a race with a car that I didn't like. So here it is. I used the Dodge Challenger RT 1970. I have an engine swap in this car, and I think that's where the killer part is, because every time I have an engine swap in a car, it's just so difficult to drive. And I think I don't know if I have to do something with the settings on this car, but here you can see it's a powerful car, and that's why I chose it, because I thought, okay, no problems. This car is powerful. I'll be able to burn everybody. Not only did I burn everybody, I burned myself. So anyway, take a look. So, you get an American car, you got to drive fast, and sometimes you're driving too fast because on these curves, you kind of lose it a little bit, And that was the problem. On all these curves, I would have to slow down so much and keep my hand off, keep my foot off the pedal, because otherwise I'd lose control and cars would pass me up every time I let go of the gas. Here's a little more difficulty. With this race, there's a lot of curves and the cars are pretty bunched up, so it's difficult to pass just by racing itself. But with the power of this car, I couldn't really shoot the gas that easy. I had to wait for the very perfect time, the straights, to be able to pass these cars. It was no use on any of the curves because I would just lose control. And again, it could be the engine swap, it could be the car, it could be the settings, but I couldn't figure it out. So even though I was able to come in second for the weekly challenge and beat it, I was not happy. OCD. So where did we go? We went to Italia and get an Italian car. I should have got it in the first place. A Lamborghini Countach LP400 1974. Look at the settings. This car. Now, this is a car. So, yeah, look at all the settings. Didn't have to have any kind of engine swap for this car. Just went ahead and used it as basic as it was. And you'll see I'll show you what a difference it is. I mean, first of all, it had enough power to kind of pass cars in the beginning. But the best part of this is all the options to pass cars were open because I wouldn't lose control on the turns. You can, adjust it a little bit, but it didn't have to kind of slow down to a halting stop before I flew off the edge of the hills here. But yeah, you can see how I do. And here's a good example. I mean, this is again, traffic is kind of tough right on the curves, and I can take them at any time. So the Lamborghini really does handle a lot better. It's it seems like it was just as fast or faster than the Dodge Challenger, but night and day on these curves. Here's two cars ahead of me, trying to wait for the opportunity to pass them. And with the Challenger, I'd have to wait for the full on straight ahead. This one, I just, first curb, pass it up. Even a couple of tires in the dirt wouldn't stop me. So, yeah, this car was great. And we finished first. So that's what I like. First place trophy. And that's what I did to beat these cars. And where's my trophy? There it is, 82,500 credits. Boom, bam. So the last race is I always use as the first race, which is the Japanese four-wheel drive challenge 600, and this allows you to use whatever car. So my car is about 700 and something pp. So we're doing Lake Louise short track in the snow. I'm using my dirt setup for this and just put some snow tires on my Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9 MR GSR 2006. And here we go. So this is snow driving, which in the beginning I didn't like at all. I mean, still it's a challenge, so it's kind of challenges how you drive. But this is much better than dirt driving. I'll tell you that. I like snow better than dirt. For some reason, with dirt, you're just bouncing around all over the place. With snow, you bounce around, but it seems like you got a little more traction. Speed it up on the straightaways. Take the turns with a slight adjustment way before the turn comes, and then hit the speed as you slide through the curves. And yeah, it's it's like skiing, which I don't know how to ski, but I know how to drive in the snow, at least virtually, right? So it's a challenge. However, as long as you maintain control, don't hit the sides, and hit the speed on the straightaways, take it easy. Make sure all the jumps, any kind of bumps, you take straight ahead, not sideways. Otherwise, you definitely lose control. Um, that was fun. I think I heard YouTube. They talked about when you take a jump, shift down. I don't know what it was, but at any rate, finished first. A lot of fun. Got this. So that's the weekly challenge for you all. Very good. So you have all the settings, you have all the cars, and then a special of which car not to use. There's my trophy, 38,000 credits. So don't use a Dodge Challenger in that historic sports car race, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. See you next week.